So if you don't know by now, then you should probably get familiar.
Hi friends, welcome to our channel Jayatya Math Tutorial. We are doing a series of 10th class mathematics. As a part of this, we are now in the chapter mensuration. In our previous class, we have discussed what are 2D figures, what are 3D figures, and formulas related to 2D figures and 3D figures with explanation of each and every term in the formulae. So the class is very important. If you missed that class, please do watch that and come back. Then you will understand the classes very clearly. Okay, without wasting any time, let us start our class today. That is, let us start with the problem 1. That is, I am explaining example 1. Examples are very important, I told you, and I will not explain all the examples and all the problems, whichever are important and whichever are different. Okay, we will be solving that kind of problems. Okay, so see here, the radius of a conical tent is 7 meters. Just see here, Anna, read the question thoroughly, okay, and draw the figure correctly, then apply the formula, then you substitute the values, then you will get the answer easily. Okay, Anna. So see here, the radius of a conical tent. So here the problem is related to cone. First of all, you draw the cone. Okay, right. So what is the information he is giving here? The radius is given. The radius of the conical tent is 7 meters. The radius of the conical tent is 7 meters and its height will be inside the cone. Nana. If you don't observe, you see my previous class, and height is given as 10 meters. Height is equals to how much? That is 10 meters. Okay. Calculate the length of the canvas used. Calculate the length of the canvas used. Length is equals to how much in making the tent if width is equals to 2 meters. See here, from where we got this length and width here? Actually in cone we don't have length and width, but see here, Nana, in order to put a tent, in order to, what do we say, in order to construct a tent or like that, we need some cloth, right, Nana? So cloth in the form of tent. So that cloth will be in the shape of a rectangle. The cloth will be in the shape of a rectangle. So here the length and width will be there. Okay, for rectangle. So cloth will be in the form of a rectangle and it is folded and stitched to form a conical tent. So he has given the width of the canvas cloth is 2 meters and you need to find its length. So here what is the tricky question means, we use canvas only for the curved surface of the cone. Only for the curved surface of the cone. We will not put canvas cloth bottom, no. In the base we will not put the cloth here. So this area of this rectangular cloth, will be equal to what in the cone? That is important point. So the student who can think in that manner can solve the problem easily. Okay, so see here, the area of the rectangle will be equal to the curved surface of the cone here. Okay, now, so see here, curved surface area of the cone will be equal to area of rectangle. So this is very important. Okay, so what is the formula for curved surface area of the cone? That is nothing but pi r l. What is L here? Here the L is nothing but it is the slant height. L is nothing but slant height. So how to find the slant height? It is, if you observe, this is a right angle triangle. I told you yesterday itself, and this will be the L, which is equals to root over 10 square plus 7 square, h square plus r square. This is nothing but root over 149. How much it will be? That will be root over 149, whose value is approximately equals to 12.2. Whose value is approximately equal to 12.2. Now you substitute all the values here and you can easily find what, Nana? Width. length here. So pi RL must be equals to, what is the area of rectangle here? Length into breadth. Here it is given as width. You need to find length here. In order, here also you have length now. So for that reason I am taking length as x now. I am taking length as x. So this will be like x into w. X into w. Substitute all the values here. So pi means 22 by 7. R is equals to 7. And L is equals to how much? That is 12.2, which is equals to x into width is given as 2 nano. Width is given as 2. So simplify this one. 7 and 7 gets cancelled. 2 ones are 2 11s are. So x is equals to how much? 11 into 12.2. X is equals to 11 into 12.2, which will be equals to 134.2 meters. Which will be equals to 134.2 meters. So the problem is very, very simple. In your example, each and every part is done separately. You can do separately and equate both, or you can directly write a statement. Area of this rectangular cloth will be equal to the area, curved surface area of the cone in the first starting only. Then you can equate it directly. If you equate this like this, the problem will be very, very simple. If you want, once you observe the example in your textbook and you see this problem, and you decide which method is simple. The answer will be same here. Okay now. So let us go to other problem. Actually that is a direct problem here. The next example is direct problem. An oil drum is in the shape of a cylinder. The oil drum is in the shape of a cylinder. What you should do? Just draw the cylinder first. The problem is related to cylinder. Okay now. Right now. So the oil drum is in the shape of a cylinder and having the following dimensions, that is diameter is given here. The diameter is how much, Nana? Diameter is given as 2 meters. Radius will be half of it. We want radius actually. And next its height is 7. Its height is given as how much, Nana? 7 meters. Height is equals to how much? 7 meters. And see here, an oil drum is in the shape of a cylinder having the following dimensions. A painter charges rupees 3. A painter charges rupees 3 per meter square. Rupees 3 per meter square. Find the total charges to be paid to the painter for painting 10 drums. So here lot of information is given and you should check what we should find first. Okay, after knowing what to find, then you can easily solve the problem. See here now. So understand the problem first. There is an oil container which is in the form of a cylinder now. So see here, like that we have 10 drums, and all the 10 drums must be painted. Okay, and the painter charges for every square meter, he charges how much, Nana? Rupees 3. For every square meter he will be charging rupees 3, Nana. So where he will paint, you tell me first of all. He will be painting complete surface of the drum, right? The painter must paint complete surface of the drum here. It is an oil drum, so both the sides also will be closed here. Oil drum means it should be closed, no. So it is an oil drum, so both the sides ends also closed. So he should paint all the complete surface of the drum here. So what do we call that one? That is nothing but total surface area. So painter must paint the total surface area. So first of all you find the total surface area of one drum. Then you calculate it for 10 drums. You will be having some value and you calculate into 3. Then you will get the answer. So how to find it? So the cost of painting, directly you can write here, the cost of painting will be total surface area of cylinder into 10. Why? Because we have 10 drums, and also into 3. Why? Because for every square meter he will be charging rupees 3. However here the units are in meters. So you may not change anything here. So you can take directly rupees 3. So what is the total surface area of the cylinder? You should know the formula. So that is nothing but 2 pi r into r plus h. 2 pi r into r plus h into 10 into 3 nana. 2 pi r into r plus h into 10 into 3. So this is equals to 2 into 22 by 7. And what will be r here? The diameter is 2. So if diameter is equals to 2 meters, r will be d by 2, which is equals to 2 by 2 is equals to 1 meter, right? So r will be only 1 here. And 1 plus h is equals to how much now? 7 into 10 into 3. Okay? Into 10 into 3. So if you simplify this one, directly you will get the answer for cost of painting directly. Okay, you can also do each and everything in an individual manner. First you find the total surface area of a cylinder. Okay, then you can multiply it with 10 drums. After multiplying with 10 drums, you can again multiply with 3 in order to find the cost of painting. So I have done here in a direct manner. Okay now, so you can do in any manner, but you need to write complete statements why you have written that statement. Okay, that formulas, why are you using the total surface area into 10 into 3, why you are using, you should write that one. Okay, next one, this is very important question, that is example 3, the sphere, a cylinder and a cone. Here the order is important. What he has given, Anna? Sphere, cylinder and cone. Sphere, cylinder and cone. Sphere, cylinder and cone are of same radius and same height. What is the condition he has given? Same radius and same height. Radius and height are not equal here. Same radius and same height. So that means radius of sphere is equal to radius of cylinder is equal to radius of cone, and height of sphere is equal to height of cylinder is equal to height of cone here. Find the ratio of their curved surface areas. So we need to find the curved surface areas ratio. So curved surface area of sphere is to curved surface area of cylinder is to curved surface area of cone. You need to find. First of all, let us try to understand what happens here. I have already told you in my previous class about this part. So that is, here we have a sphere and we have a cylinder and we also have a cone. We also have a cone here. See, if you observe, the radius are equal. The radius are equal. Here it will be the radius, and also heights are equal. So here height is equal. Here also the height will be equal, and here also the height will be equal. But in sphere, I told you what is the height of the sphere means. It will be radius plus radius. So here you can take h is equal to how much, Nana? 2r. Height will be equal to 2 times of radius. So height is equal in all the 3 cases, right? So here also you can take h is equal to 2r, and here also you can take h is equal to 2r. So the only thing is you need to convert each and everything in terms of radius, then you will understand the problem. So first of all, let us write the formulas here. What is the curved surface area of sphere? Curved surface area and total surface area of sphere are both are equal. That is very simple. That is 4 pi r square. And what is the curved surface area of a cylinder? Curved surface area of a cylinder will be, I told you, curved surface area means perimeter of the base into height there. Perimeter of base into height you can take. That is, perimeter of base is 2 pi r into h. And surface area of cone is pi r l. Surface area of cone is pi r l. What is L here again? L is nothing but slant height, which is equal to root over h square plus r square. Root over h square plus r square. Clear now? So let us try to simplify this one. First of all, you have in all the cases pi you have cancel out all the pi, and r you have everywhere. So here square will be cancelled, here 1 r will be cancelled, here 1 more r will be cancelled out, and write the remaining here. Here you have 4r, here you have 2h, here you have 1 l. Here you have 1 l. So see here, what we need to do here means radius, right, as it is, and height. So this is h of height of the cylinder. Height of the cylinder how much? 2r. So right here 2r, and what is L here? L is nothing but root over h square plus r square. H square plus r square. H is nothing but 2r, right? Let us write in the next step. Okay. So this is equals to 4r is to 4r is to root over h square is 2r whole square plus r square. 2r whole square plus r square. This is equals to 4r is to 4r is to, this will be 4r square plus r square under root. This is equals to 5r square under root. This will be 4r. This is also 4r. So 4r is to 4r is to, this will be root 5 into r. When r square comes out of the root, it will be simply r none. So again you cancel r. When you are cancelling, you should cancel the common terms in all the three. Okay, so here we have r. There is nothing to cancel here. So what is the ratio of their curved surface areas? 4 is to root 5. 4 is to root 5. Directly you remember this one. Okay, now when 4 is for sphere, 4 is for cylinder, and root 5 is for cone, this is the ratio of curved surface areas when the radius and heights are equal in all the three cases. Radius and heights are equal in all the three cases. Here the important point is to take height is equals to 2r. This is the important point. Most of the students will not find this one, and they will not attempt this one. Such an easy problem. This is such an easy problem, but they will not attempt. And this is also important problem. Just by lack of the knowledge that they should take h is equals to 2r. Okay, now I hope you have understood this one. Let us go with some other basic problem. That is, a company wants to manufacture 1000 hemispherical basins. So basin means it will be like this, and it is in the form of it is in the shape of a hemisphere. Hemispherical basin, wash basin you think. Okay, basins from a thin steel sheet. Now from a thin steel sheet. If radius of each basin is 21 centimeters, find the area of steel sheet required to manufacture the above hemispherical basins. So what is he asking here? Area of steel sheet. Area of steel sheet. You need to find which is required to make 1000 hemispherical basins. So I hope you have understood how to solve this one. This is the problem which is same as the 10th problem what we have discussed in the earlier, that is the first problem. So same nana. So see here, with the steel sheet you need to make a hemispherical basin. That means the lateral surface area of the hemisphere must be equals to area of the steel sheet, right? Lateral surface area of the hemispherical basin must be equals to the area of the sheet. So here you need 1000 such type of sheets. So what will be the answer now? Area of steel sheet will be equals to, first of all you need to find the curved surface area of the hemisphere, that is CSA of hemisphere into 1000. First you will be knowing the area of steel sheet required to form one basin, and you need to find area for 1000 basins. So into 1000 you can do. So what will be the answer now? CSA of hemisphere, curved surface area of hemisphere. What is that? You should know that one, that is 2 pi r square into 1000. So this is equals to 2 into 22 by 7 into r is nothing but 21. 21 into 21 into 1000 you need to do now. So in this way, if you simplify this one, you can, so you will get the answer. I hope you have understood this class. If you have any doubts, you do comment in the comment section. Okay, and if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe and like if you like the class, and share to your friends. We will be meeting in our next class with some more interesting problems. Okay, till then, bye.